Damien and Saskia V on Mix 93.8.
We've got our financial guy, Lourens Oberholzer, in studio. He is from Retire Rich and Happy. You can go to Retire Rich and Happy, all written out, .co.za. So I don't know, Lourens, if you heard our story about this poor little 5-year-old that was selling lemonade.
No, I didn't.
And she got arrested.
Yes?
No, she got arrested.
She got a fine. You can't get arrested.
Fine. Okay.
Hey, poor girl.
Because she
so she
sold
was being
lemonade.
an entrepreneur. She didn't have the right permit.
Yeah, they should applaud her.
Exactly. So
Help her get the right permit.
we're talking about home-based business. Maybe, making lemonade's not going to do it, but there are various things that you can be doing.
Yes.
What would the benefits be of a home-based business?
So I believe everyone should have a home-based business, and there's a couple of reasons for it. Firstly, it's step 3 of our process: become an entrepreneur, because you need to create alternative income streams over and above your lifestyle income, which is your income that will maintain your lifestyle: the house, the car, the clothing.
Which would
the
be your
school
normal
fees.
salary for your
That's
normal
it.
from your
Yes,
normal
or
job.
your primary business income,
Yes,
or your normal
okay.
salary. So you need to have an alternative income. The second thing is, when you want to retire rich and happy, you have to have 3 types of assets. We get taught that we only work on one asset, capital asset. Save enough money, and if you have enough money saved, you'll live off the interest. But that doesn't work. Otherwise, the statistics wouldn't say
Wouldn't be.
96% of people can't retire.
Unbelievable.
So there's
okay?
3 types of assets: capital assets, business assets, and that's why you have to start a home-based business. And the third one is then fixed assets. Okay.
Which would be your house.
Which would be a property or any kind of asset that generates an income as a result of the asset.
Okay.
Okay. So the third one is the most obvious one: is by starting a home-based business, you create an extra income, and that extra income will give you a better financial future. And then the fourth one is the tax benefits. That's a huge one that a lot of people don't know. So how the tax law works is, any expenses you incur in the production of an income is tax deductible. So you can claim it back from SARS. And most people who work for an income, a normal salary, have very little that they can claim back from SARS as a business expense. So the moment you start a home-based business, you can claim any expenses back from SARS. That includes vehicle expenses. It includes interest on your bond or your property that you're paying. It includes stationery, entertainment expenses, a portion of your cell phone account. All of those
that.
things can be claimed back.
But then obviously only if you've registered your business.
Doesn't have to. You have to just be a sole proprietor. So you have to show that you have been doing business as a sole prop, and you can claim it back. And here's the secret: you can claim back those expenses from any income you earn, not just the business income. So if you are earning a salary and you claim back initially in the beginning of your business more expenses than what you're actually earning from that business, you can claim it back from the tax you paid on your normal salary. So you can actually get a tax deduction because of that.
That's fascinating. Can you start a home-based business anytime?
Anytime. So a sole proprietor is where you are basically the business. So the business becomes you, and you are the business. So that income comes into your private income with your salary, and then any expenses can get deducted from any income that you earn.
And what sort of business a home-based business could you start?
Yeah, you can do anything. You can always, when I talk to people, I say you can go and sell Cook Sisters if you really want to. Bake Cook Sisters and sell them. But you can start, there's a lots of businesses that gives people the opportunity to partner with them, like, for example, Avroy Lane.
Yes, those kind of things.
Those kind of things. Network marketing companies you can get involved in. But do your research. There's a couple of things that people just have to think of. The first one is when not to start a home-based business. So most home-based businesses get started at exactly the wrong time, because people look at it and they say, I can't get out on my budget or my salary. I need to earn some extra income. The extra income is not going to solve the budgeting problem. So that's why we teach people you first have to find or get a solution for the cause. Why are you not surviving on your salary? Fix the budgeting problem, create a positive cash flow, and then start a business for alternative income, not because you need the money. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second one is the question that you should never ask when starting a business. And that question is, what can I do? Because that is what most people do. They say, okay, I need to earn some extra income. So what can I do? I can cut hair. So now they start a salon at home. So every weekend until what time in the evenings, they are cutting hair. So they keep doing it. And as long as you keep doing it, it's not really sustainable. You can't grow it because it's all about you. So you need to look at what is it that you can do, that you can leverage your time and your effort to create extra income.
Right. So would it be something, but that also requires you, so say I started writing a blog for a magazine.
Yes.
Could I do that, or is that not really a sustainable one?
It is. It's still you doing it, but the benefit of writing a blog, for example, is you can use that same thing once you've done it and send it to a lot of different places and create alternative income streams.
So it's not sort of like a per hour thing.
Like writing a book, for example. It's a lot of effort to write it, but once it's published, you get ongoing passive income from the book being sold.
If you came to Retire Rich and Happy, if you had one of your wealth strategists come and chat to you, could you get some ideas?
Yes. So what we do is we basically have two options. People can contact us, talk to us on their existing ideas, and we'll have a 45-minute consultation with them, see if we can help them and show them the way forward of how to create that idea into a workable business.
Okay, awesome. So learning about starting your own business, which is what we're sort of talking about today, a home-based business, something that you must look at as extra income, I need more money.
Yes, that's the worst time to start a business.
So the first thing for you is, one of the steps is looking at your budget. First get that right, living within your means, and then you can say, okay, the extra income, what do you do with that extra income?
So what we teach people is that extra income gets split at the source. It doesn't even go into your account. We create what we call a free bucks account for a client. It's just a flexible investment where that money is parked, and then you can start getting money to work for you instead of you working for money.
Okay.
Because we use that to start creating income generating assets that create more passive income.
Okay, we've got a question here saying, Lourens, does your company help people register their own small business?
Yes, we do help. It's not something we specialize in, but we do help people to register the companies. So they can contact us. We can help them look at what kind of company they're looking for and then help them to register.
Okay, what is the cost for you to come to have a meeting? Carl, I think the best thing to do is to SMS RRH.
Yes. So how we always work is the first introduction meeting is 45 minutes and that we don't charge for, because we don't charge for an initial meeting because we first want to see if there's going to be benefit for the client and if there's going to be benefit for us. So we sit together for 45 minutes, we see if there's synergy, and then we decide how we work from there.
Okay, awesome. So you can also go to the website retirerichandhappy.co.za.
Yes.
All the info is there. Otherwise, RRH and your name, or you can just that SMS number. Somebody will get back to you. Always.
They will be contacting you, and you'll automatically go into the draw.
Go into the draw, and that's a really good stepping stone. I think if you come to the Financial Freedom Forum to really give you a good idea. 33903. We got a fantastic message. Was it last week from a lady saying, "Oh my gosh, you've just changed." Finance in her brain.
Awesome.
I think a lot of people like me, like people that are not really financially, it's never been a huge issue in my life. I don't like maths, so you kind of just ignore it and go, okay.
But because we don't know the rules, we don't tend to want to play the game because we don't know the rules. So we're scared that we're not going to win at the game. So we sort of ignore it and just move on day to day. And what the Financial Freedom Forum does is it takes these concepts and makes it very practical and easy to understand. That's always what I try and do, is for somebody who doesn't have a lot of financial knowledge, to give them information that they can use immediately and understand. So it's not
and then apply it all the time, because that's the thing. You think, I have to apply this all the time, do a budget every month. It's so tiring. So that's the thing and obviously the more you know, the easier it is. That's it. Yes. There are quite a few scams out there with regard to home-based business. Yes. So I see it on Facebook quite a bit. Oh, you just have to do this, just send us 1,000 rand registration.
Blink 5 times a day and you can earn 10,000 rand an hour.
Yes.
So how are you supposed to tell the scams from the real ones?
Okay, so first there's a couple of telltale signs. The one is if you have to pay a registration fee up front to get the information, or if you have to invest a whole big amount of money to get an interest on that money, a high interest. There's a lot of places that say, if you invest 100,000 rand, we will give you 3% per month. If it sounds too good to be true, chances are it is. Also, always do your research before you go into any kind of business. Get somebody that is in business, that has some experience, to give you advice advice, or contact us. We will sit with you. We'll go through it
And say this is legit or this
Yes.
is not.
Yes.
Okay. Because that is, I see it a lot on
Lots and
Facebook.
lots
A
of
lot.
them,
Okay, with regard to the tax question, you said there is a tax benefit for having a home-based business
Yes.
for your private tax as well. So I actually will ask you this off air, but maybe there are people in a similar situation to me. So I get my salary from XFM. That's
Yes.
my separate thing. And then I've got my health and wellness business, which is registered with
Yes.
my own business account. Does SARS join those together?
No. So what happens is a business that is registered. Remember, when we talk about home-based businesses, most of it will be in a sole proprietor when you are the business.
Yeah.
In your case, you've got two separate entities. You are a person, and the business is a person in its own right. So the business will be taxed in its own capacity. You'll be taxed in your capacity. If the business pays you an income, it will be a deduction in the business's books, and it won't pay tax on that, but you will be taxed on that as
On
an
that
income
as a
on your
salary.
side.
Okay, so
Yes.
then it gets added to this
To your
salary.
income.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting. And if you do have a problem with tax or you would like help, is that also, can we also
You can
come to Retire
contact
Rich
us.
and
We
Happy?
don't do tax in-house, but we've got very good people that we partner with, that we do send our
Okay.
clients to, and they get sorted out very quickly.
Okay, fantastic. It is our financial guy, Lourens Oberholzer from Retire Rich and Happy. Lourens, thank you
you.
so much. We'll see you next week.
Thanks,
See you
Lourens.
next week. Cheers.
Damien and Saskia V on Mix 93.8.